right, Jazz fans, we are back with some week 2 action of the tip-off. Here we're going to see the Jazz taking on Warriors Gaming Squad. They're just getting in the lobby, getting everything ready. A little bit of an early start here, but nobody's complaining. Back with the Jazz. They are 1-2 coming into this game. Warriors Gaming Squad 3-0 with some shared opponents. We saw the Warriors take down Sacramento, take down the Lakers, and get Portland for their third win. Jazz, on the other hand, a loss to Sacramento, a loss to T-Wolves Gaming, with a win to Lakers Gaming in between there. So they are 1-2. Warriors Gaming Squad 3-0. And this Warriors team is a team that brought back all 5 players for the first time in league history. Team brings back all 5 players. And of course, they did win the championship last year, the 5v5 championship. So a tough matchup here for the Jazz coming into this game. But one that they feel they have the opportunity to kind of take advantage of and to upset this team. This would get the Jazz 2-2-2, which is what they're looking for as they try to stay alive in the group play standings and move on to bracket play in the tip-off. The story of this game, the story for the last few games, has been Fiend. He has not come out shooting the ball very well in the Jazz's first 3 games, and he's the man that they're going to have to lean on here for some offense. In their games, when the offense is clicking, when it's working, it's because Fiend is able to dial it in and make things work from behind the arc. That opens up the back doors. That opens up Rhea's slips. That opens up Melo working off ball. And the reason Melo was able to have his historic game against the Lakers was because Fiend had some type of gravity from the defense. When Fiend isn't working and it's not clicking for him, that is when Melo can't get going, and then the rest of the offense really slows down if it is not Miami or Kaze hitting a tough shot coming out of the corner. So that is the guy to watch here. It's Fiend in the point guard matchup. Talking about CB13 on the other side, as established as a vet can be in this league. He's been a champion. He is a pure playmaker. He can score when he needs to, a floor general. So they're going to have to find ways to shut him down. And if this loads up, there we go. We are ready here. Just about to get to tip-off. As I was saying, this Jazz team offensively needs to find ways to work. Defensively, they have been pretty sound so far in their 5v5 first 3 games in their career so far this season. Against Sacramento, against the Lakers, against the T-Wolves, and that T-Wolves 5-out has been shredding teams, and they held them under 60 points. So it hasn't been the defense largely. It has been an inconsistent offense that lets teams work in transition. And that's what the Jazz are going to have to try to shut down here. A strong transition offense in the Warriors and a team that can generate live ball turnovers. Here we're going to see Fiend starting on the left side with a wrap. Tries to get the grab. Not there. It's Rhea going down, starting the game with a flush. Two-handed finish there for the big man. Rolling down with some power, and it gets the Jazz on the board first and early. CB13 going for the step back. Kaze tries to steal it, cannot. Mama on the right wing. Melo getting screened, gets caught in a crab. Mama not knocking down the shot. He has been a consistent scorer for them in their 3 wins so far this season. Rhea thought about slipping the screen, but we had a little bit of movement off ball, kind of clogging the lane. It's going to lead to a Warriors Gaming Squad foul. And the side inbounds here for the Jazz. They get it into Rhea on the right wing, pass faking. Now to Fiend. Kenny gets caught behind the screen. Fiend, quick 3, no good. Found an open spot. Their season transition is the big man, corner 3. And the Warriors take a lead 3-2 off of a missed 3 from Fiend. 3 going the other way for them. Saw C's leaking out. You don't see a lot of power forwards getting out in transition, but they found a spot for him there. It's Miami with the ball, pump faking, getting it back to Fiend. Kenny caught on the screen again. It sees blitzing. Can Fiend make a read? He hits Miami in the corner. Contested one. No. It's going to say open, shooting over the defender, but not an easy shot. And there is a foul coming in for the Jazz, and they're going to have to do a lot of that in this game to slow down Golden State's offense. Get it to Keena. Off ball. Mama up top. Down low to Nay. Nay fumbling. Under the rim. Jab stepping. Dunking. That's so difficult to stop. We saw 2 Jazz defenders down there, but he finds space in between both of them. to rise up and throw it down. Melo in the corner to Miami. Now to Rhea. Rhea over to Melo on the left side. It's Fiend getting an off ball, and it's Melo throwing it blindly. It's a steal for Mama, and it's another foul here for the Jazz in transition. So we saw the missed three from Fiend that led to transition, a turnover there. Jazz doing a good job on the last two fouling. Now it's Mama on the cut, but it gets sent away. Tries to go up with the right hand, and Rhea says, "Get that messy trash out of my painted area." What a rejection there by the big man. Keeps the game at 5-2. This time into Ney again. Do they run another off-ball play? It's similar to the last one. This time, though, it's CB13 in the left corner. Open, no good. Long outlet pass. Melo underneath. Tries to go for the stand dunk. Gets a leaning back layup instead. That gets punched away. Now it's Mama again. Working at his pace. Gets into the midi. Gets Miami jumping. And it's Ney underneath with the finish. 7-2 ball game. Rhea has it over the top. Hand off to Fiend. Fiend well behind the line. Rhea on the slip. Ney jumps it. It gets poked away. Kaze with the ball. Across the court to Miami. Miami defender behind him. Now to Melo, 5 to go. Down to Rhea. Rhea throws it down with force. Big finish there, and he has all 4 of the points to start this game for Utah. What a finish there. Starting his dunk from outside of the lane. There's a pull-up three. A quick one from Mama. It's no good. It's Ney with the rebound. He goes back up. It's big man action so far. 9-4 ball game. Over to Melo. Jazz backcourt has been shut down in this one so far. Melo to Fiend. Fiend slowing it, throwing it to Rhea. Sees, tips it, steals it. It's CB on the break. Now to Mama. Mama back out to CB. In the left corner, CB catching a screen from Ney. Trying to go back into the corner. Now to the wing. Into the mid-range. It's Miami underneath, and he's going to foul. And it's tough. The shot clock's winding down, but he's in a spot there where he knows the pass fake comes first, the jab step comes next, and a stand dunk finishes it off. So felt the need to foul there. It sees with a tough one in the corner. Miami gets the box out and the rebound. Melo with the chance in transition. Three-pointer, sky ball, no good. Jazz shooting not there in this first quarter. CB working quickly. This has been a fast-paced game. Into the mid-range, pull-up, good. The only breaks we've gotten are inbound passes. Both teams working very fast here to start this one. Melo trying to get into the mid-range himself. It's not there. Now stepping in. Had it. Didn't take it. Looking for the pop. It was Rhea over the top. Will stay with Utah here for a side inbounds. Had a chance to shoot the ball himself. Decided to look for the pop instead. And that's going to be a violation. It's out of bounds. They couldn't get the ball in cleanly there. Bounces back off of Miami, who's still standing out of bounds. It's going to go back to the Warriors. So only 4 points in the first 4 minutes of this first quarter for Utah. A deck's back for Mama. Pass back to CB. CB over the top. Three-pointer. Good. Now the lead is 10, and Utah will take a timeout. You see 0 points across the board outside of Rhea's 2 dunks to start this one. Mama 0 for 3 on the Warriors side, but it does not matter. They lead by 10. It's an early timeout here for Utah as their backcourt has struggled to find anything in this one so far. We saw Fiend miss an open. We saw Melo miss an open. And those are threes that, against a team as good as Warriors Gaming Squad, you just can't afford to throw away. Because when you shoot threes like that, that usually means your center is up setting the screen. That's how you're able to get open, which means their center has free reign to get a rebound, and then they are launching it in transition. You saw C's shooting a transition 3 from the power forward spot. Mama and CB are always running down the court, so you just can't afford to consistently miss wide open looks. Not only are you wasting opportunities to put points on the board, but it's allowing the Warriors to run on the other side. Coming out of the timeout, Jazz will be down 10. 14-4 game. Rhea getting bumped. Picking it up. Kenny all over him. Former MVP now moving the lock. Fiend into the corner to Kaze. Ney reaching. Down low, it's Rhea again. Slam again. And the lead is cut to 8. He has all 6 of the points for Utah in this one. Off-ball screen to Mama, throwing it down low to Nay. He's going to bring it back out. Pass fake at the free throw line. CB with the ball on the right side, into the corner, stepping back, behind the back, stepping back, working to Mama. 6 seconds to go. What can the former MVP himself generate? Now to another MVP. It's Kenny in the corner. Over to CB. Is that enough space for the three? 42% contested. Is not. It's to Fiend in transition. Can he scoop? He runs it out. Deep mid-range. A 22-footer. Can't get much closer to a three than that. And it's good. Jazz get the lead down to 6. Just over a minute remaining. CB pump faking. Maybe looking for Nay. Now to Mama. Slip again. Miami tries to steal it. He can't. It's a pass fake from Nay. There's the jab step, and there's the stick dunk. And when they are able to get the ball down there, I mean, Nay is in a picture-perfect spot to do that. And that's something new to this game. We haven't seen it in previous games, really. But off of the pass fake, when big men get down low, for those who don't know, as Fiend launches a three, that one's good. You're going to see big men pass fake first. That kind of sets their players' feet. Then they're going to do a jab step. It forces the defender off of you, and it opens up space for you to go to a stick dunk because Mama tries to answer with a quick three. It's not there. So that's what you're going to see big men doing down low time and time again when they can't get a clean dunk off of the slip. There's Rhea down low, and he's going to get fouled. 5-point lead. 20 seconds remaining in this first quarter. To Rhea in the corner. Rhea with Nay on him. Trying to find space. He speed boosts out of it. Now into the mid-range. Down low to Melo. Melo, defender all over him. 6 to go. To Fiend. 3 seconds to go. Fiend looking for something. It's Kaze down low. Kaze patient. And the layup is good. Defender jumped a little early there. And the lead is back down to 3. So after the timeout, when they were down 10, they've gone on a 7-0 run. Mid-range from CB at the end of the quarter is no good. And that will end the first. A 3-point lead for the Warriors. But a great comeback there. A great run to close the quarter for Utah. Being down 10, calling the timeout. They fight back here and make it very manageable going into the second. We saw Fiend knock down his first 3 of the quarter. First 3 of the game. At the end of the quarter there, and they're going to need more of that as they head into the second. He needs to get those shots to go, and that is really the engine of this Utah offense. When he's able to get those threes to go, that kind of opens up everything for them because the back end has to step a little higher, which means the center has to play 2 people between the slip and the corner, which means, everybody's got to start moving a little bit and rotating. When those threes aren't there, teams are content watching Fiend and Rhea play 2-on-2 against their power forward and their lockdown. So he needs to get those shots to go and continue to get the open looks that he was able to get in the first and then knock them down. So good job closing that quarter for Utah. Thank you for that follow there, and we are about to get underway here in this second quarter. Jazz fighting back at the end of the first. For anybody who did not tune in to see that first, the Jazz found themselves down 14-4, closed that quarter on, what is that, a 9-3 run. So a great 9-2 run. A great close to the quarter for Utah, but still some work to do here. Coming into the second, it will be Warriors Gaming Squad ball to start the second and third quarter. Kaze almost gets the blitz steal there, but can't get it. It's Tanae up top. Quick wrap. Kaze stays on CB. Miami has to step up. That means Rhea goes down low. Jab stepping. Nay with another dunk. He really has that figured out right now. That jab step stick dunk combo. Rhea gets bumped. Gets it to Melo. Decks back for Miami in the corner. Right corner 3. No good. Saw some Jazz players holding their hands up. They thought that one was automatic. A great play call there, but the power forward can't knock it down. Hand off to CB. Now to Nay. And again, we see a lot of wraps coming in for this Warriors team. Just constant movement, keeping everybody involved defensively. It's CB in the mid-range, pump faking. Miami has to switch on. Kaze tries to play the lane. 3 Jazz defenders try getting down there, between Kaze, Miami, and Rhea. Nobody can stop Ney, and he continues to feast. Now into the second quarter of this game. Fiend hasn't been able to generate anything open early into the second quarter. It's going to be a foul there for C's, as you saw him stepping up over the middle of the court. He's done a good job overall of finding little pockets, spots where kind of dead zones in the Warriors defense. We haven't seen it here in the second. It's Rhea with the ball. Does he go back to the speed boost? No. It's Fiend with a quick three over the top. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That one's going to be a 7%, but he has no hesitation as it's tipped away a second time, shooting those 50-50 shots. Mama down low in a bad spot. He's going to try to run it out, get it back inside. Not there. 10 seconds to go now. Kaze, can he get 8 seconds of defense? Stepping up. It's Miami giving up the slip again. And Ney is eating at the moment. He pops his playmaking takeover, and that's going to be a problem for the Jazz. 22-13 ball game. Slow start to the second for Utah. Little fake wrap there. Now to Miami in the corner. He was in the short midi. Back to Rhea. Rhea handoff. Down low, looked for it. It was Ney leaving early. That left corner might have actually been the read there. Instead, tries to get it down to Rhea. Ultimately, it does not matter as the Warriors pick up a foul. Another backdoor cut incoming from Kaze, but it's going to be a third foul on Kenny. Side inbounds again for Utah. That is the third team foul also. So just a couple away from being in the bonus. Fiend back out to Melo. Awkward catch. 8 to go. What can Melo do here? Crossing over down to Rhea. Rhea dunk. Sent away. It's Mama in transition. Mama Euro step, and that's the reason it was contested. Had the opportunity to dunk. Had the opportunity to scoop. Probably to either side would have worked. He goes to the Euro. Not sure what he was doing there, and blows a chance in transition. It's not going to matter, though, as Ney, again, under the rim, gets one to go, and the lead is back to 11. Rhea up to Melo quickly. Melo under the rim, stand dunk. He gets Utah on the board. 8-2 start to this quarter. Jazz have come out slow in this one. Ney in the corner. They're trying to incorporate his play badge. CB back into the corner. Looking. Mama over the top. Screen again from Ney. They dump it down to him again. 6 to go. Not in position to get the jab off that time, though. Now to Mama in the mid-range. Difficult shot. 42% contest. It's Ney with a big rebound. Kaze finds himself back on ball. Ney down low again. Rhea said, I'm tired of watching the jab. And Ney says, that's fine. I'll take 3 of them. Out to the corner to seize. Jazz trail by 12. After a great pass there by Ney. An easy read as Rhea left very early. Melo over to Fiend. Some poor spacing here from Utah. 8 seconds to go. Rhea with the screen. Fiend maybe had a chance there had he taken the screen all the way over the middle. He goes for the crab instead. A little bit tired. No good. The Jazz needed that one desperately. It's Mama in transition. Back to CB. Catch and shoot. 3 in the corner. And another Jazz gaming timeout. A 14-2 start to this quarter. Jazz have come out slow once again. If this is anything like the first quarter, we saw a very slow start. Then they call a timeout. Then they get right back into it after the timeout. So maybe that will be what we see here for Utah, but just a really, really slow start offensively. And that has been the real issue for Utah so far early into the season. Their offense is just not there from game to game. And even within the game, they go long stretches without scoring. In games where their offense isn't so bad, like in the Sacramento game, they still will have minutes like this where they don't even get a good shot up. And the ones that they do, they have not been consistent from downtown. So Jazz offense very stagnant here as we come back out of the timeout. Trailing by 15 in this second quarter. They need to find something offensively. They've missed a couple open threes, but generally have not generated some great looks. Rhea on the left side, speed boosting, but ultimately going nowhere, getting it back to Fiend. Fiend operating from very deep. Over the top of the key. Saw something he liked there. Gets into the mid-range. That's a great look, but it's going to be off the front of the rim. Tipped away by Rhea again. They finally get it to CB. CB working with both big men down court. I was wondering if he was going to send a cut. That is his play style. Rhea and Ney were late getting down the court, which means that paint is very open. And they get it to C's. Rhea on the pop, gets the mid-range to go. Now, previously, he had been on that inside center, so he didn't have a chance to show off any of his shooting chops. There, he gets a midi to go, but we haven't seen him, the Jazz, incorporate the pop hardly at all in this game. That is the first time he's even really attempted one, but he has not even been looking for it, as Kaze should have had that steal, went right through his hands, and it leads to another 2 points for the Warriors. So with him greening that one, shooting it so quickly, do they try going to it a little more? Nate tries to steal the hash pass. It's not there. Melo working out. Back to Melo again. Melo three-pointer, no good, 15% contest. The Jazz can't catch a break. It's Mama going the other way, and that's a three. Lead is now 20. Nate with playmaking takeover. Mama with sharpshooting. C's has double takeover, physicals, and defense. CB with playmaking and sharpshooting. Another steal coming in. It's the Warriors working in transition. Everybody getting a touch. It's from C's to Kenny to Mama to Ney. And the Jazz are going to pick up a foul. 44 seconds to go in this second quarter. Just the second quarter of nightmares here for Utah. And that's another wide open look for the man with sharpshooting takeover. 22-point deficit. 40 seconds remaining. Melo stepping back. They're going to give it to him to try to work on Kenny now. Down to Rhea. Rhea with the right-handed finish. And he has been the only real offensive contributor so far in this first half. It's Ney in the corner. Back to CB. CB fading in the corner with takeover. He's feeling good. That's not a shot he's really going to shoot prior to him having takeover. Feeling invincible right now are the Warriors. Out to Miami, corner to corner, pass to Kaze. Thought about it. It's Rhea wide open on the pop again, and he gets it to go. So 2 for 2 on jumpers from Rhea in his first game on the pop, but the pick and roll offense with this popper has just not been there into this game. CB getting the screen with double takeover. Thought about shooting that one. Now he's going to step into the midi. It's over to Mama. Over to C's. 1 to go. Back to Mama. Open midi. And that is just so emblematic of this game, of this first half. 28-9 quarters, how that one wraps up. A 22-point deficit for the Jazz. We're going to take a short break, and we will be right back after halftime. So make sure you guys stick around. See if the Jazz can pull off a monumental comeback here in this second half. Okay, we are just about back, about 30 seconds out from the second half. For anybody who didn't catch the first half, it was a tough watch here for Jazz fans. They find themselves down 22 with only 22 points to speak of in the first half. Warriors with 44. For the quick breakdown, it was a lot of Warriors, a little of Jazz. The offense was not there. They're missing open shots. The Warriors defense has been smothering. Ney has been killing them down low on rebounds and scoring. And he got his playmaking badge. That led to CB getting double takeover as he gets another wide open three to go. Mama got his sharpshooting takeover. C's pops double takeover, physicals and defense. So it was all downhill, especially in a game that the Jazz weren't completely out of. It was downhill once Nate popped his playmaking takeover. There's a tough finish inside, or a tough attempt inside by Rhea. It's no good. It's CB picking up the shooting foul as he tries to speed boost and get that Euro step to go inside hand. Just trying to find any spark for Utah's offense. First free throw up and good, but late 68%. We'll see if he can adjust here. Second free throw, good as well, 84%, better there. But the Jazz need a huge third quarter to crawl back into this one. We'll see a double wrap, some action here for the Warriors. It's CB now going left, Melo with the blitz. Trying to get separation from his guy, and he does. Two-handed finish there. And it's a 21-point ball game. Lots of work still to be done for Utah. Pass to Ney again. We're going to see another wrap. It's Melo on CB. CB to the wing. Now down low to Melo. It gets poked away. Miami fighting for it, and it's going to be a jump ball. Thought he might have stepped out of bounds there, but the jump ball is called first. Just under the rim. Big win here for Utah. If they can get it a chance for transition, they're not going to, though. 8 seconds to go. It's CB with another wide open three. Good again. The Jazz trail by 24. Fiend to Rhea. And this Warriors team is showing why they are 3-0 so far with some dominant victories in there. A team with as much chemistry as anybody in the league. Bringing back all 5 players with vets. I mean, Kenny's a former MVP. Mama's a former MVP. CB has been in the league for a while as a floor general. There's another steal from the former MVP, but he's going to give it right back. And all 3 of those guys, CB, Kenny, Mama, were all point guards at one point, so they see the game very well on both ends. They know how to play make for each other. They know the correct spots to be, and that's why this team is so difficult to play against. You add in C's, who won a championship with the Bucks, then won a championship with the Warriors. Most improved player. He just has gotten better year after year, and Ney's no slouch himself as we see him get the steal, dribbling up court, making the pass down low to Mama in the mid-range, running it back out, but it's going to be Melo picking up the foul. His second. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Jazz offense really hurting here again in game number 4 for them. Mama with a wing 3. No good. Misses the open. It's Melo down to Kaze. Kaze pump faking. Had Miami but didn't make the read. Finally it gets to Miami as they continue to leave him. And that one is good. Nobody rotating down to him there. And Miami has been a consistent shooter for this team, so that's not the man to leave. Jazz get the lead down to 21. It's CB in the corner. And some point guards don't like working out there. He's comfortable putting himself in that corner and trying to find space there, whether it's going baseline or working back to the wing. It's Mama with the ball now. Kaze reaching. They get it down to Ney again. Pass fake. Jab step. Stick dunk comes next, and there it is again. Just, I mean, a borderline unstoppable move. There are certain things you can do to try to combat it that the Jazz have not done in this game, but such a difficult thing to guard. Now it's Kaze in the corner, and you know, for all the things the Jazz have not done offensively, not only in this game, but in their first 3 games prior, the corners have been very consistent shooting the ball. So, you know, there's something to build on there, but this backcourt has to find ways to get open and kind of force some rotations as a big screen comes in there from Nay. A tip rebound. It ends up in Miami's hands. Now it's Melo in transition. Three-pointer, good. The Jazz are not going to roll over and die as we see Warriors Gaming Squad call a timeout. They lead this quarter by 5, 13-8 quarter. And the lead is down to 17. A lot of spots here to do some quick math on the broadcast. Not always going to get them right. They are fighting back here, is Utah, and they're starting to get some threes to go. Everybody now with 1 3 on the team. We just saw 3 straight, one coming from Miami in the right corner, one coming from Kaze in the left corner, and then a transition 3 on the right wing for Melo. And that is because their defense has been able to step up in some spots. They've really kept Mama in check in this game. He's missed his half-court looks. He's gotten a couple in transition, but overall not giving much to the Warriors. It has been the pick and roll that's just feasting right now. We see Nay 9 for 9 with 18 points. That jab step, they just haven't had an answer for it, and CB's found spots to get himself going as well. We've seen a couple catch and shoots from him, some stuff off resets, so he's found unique ways to get open. But so far in the third, the Jazz have shut that down, and there's no more takeover for the Warriors, but a quick 3 comes in there out of the timeout. So maybe a chance for Utah with all of the takeover being gone for the Warriors. Still down 20, though, and that is a steal for Mama. As I was just saying, they've kept him in check. It's season transition. Maybe a double dribble there, and it's Melo getting the steal. Melo working back over the middle. Difficult shot. 56% contest. That is not the best thing they could have worked for. Now down low to Kenny, and a stand dunk is good. Lead back to 22, and that's not what the Jazz need as they try to crawl back into this one. It's Melo going left. Now Rhea over the top. He is on that pop, so they have to be honest on it. That leaves Miami down low. Back to Rhea, but some poor spacing. Now Rhea into the midi. Euro step. No good. Can he get his own rebound? He does. Stick dunk off, though. Very late. Must have been a small meter, and it's Kenny going the other way. Just when the Jazz had it down to 17, the lead's back to 24. A 7-0 run coming out of the timeout for the Warriors. It's Melo now working down low. Has Miami. Miami gets it to Melo. I thought they were looking back for him again, maybe on a cut, and they were, but it's tipped out of bounds. It's going to go back to Utah. They get it to Rhea. Short midi. Now Melo. Wing 3. Off again. Wide open. They need all of those. And it's CB working the other way quickly. And it feels like every single missed open for Utah is a made open in transition for the Warriors. That's Kenny picking up his 5th foul. Not sure it's going to matter in this game, but for those who don't know, you do not foul out in the 2K League. Instead, as you pick up your 6th foul and any ones after that, it's all technical fouls, so the team will get 1 free throw and the ball back. So for Kenny's next foul and any fouls following, the Jazz will get 1 free throw and the ball back. It's Melo down low, blocked away by Nay. Rhea jab stepping. Now he's going to go for the stick dunk, but it's not there. Too many bodies down low. Warriors in a pack. They break it up. Now down to Mama. Mama in the corner. Miami finally steps up, but it's Melo getting the steal. It's Kaze in transition, getting it down to Fiend. Fiend with the stick dunk, or excuse me, the standing dunk. Standing dunk coming in there from the little man. 5-point game? Excuse me, 15. Hold on, we're going to get this math right eventually. I'm going to have a lot of practice here as this game has been out of hand. Nay, jab step, stick dunk again. But an ugly showing here is the Warriors are on the brink of going up 30. Rhea on the left. 15 seconds to go. Wing 3, no good that time as he tries to step into one. Another chance for a corner 3, no good. It's going to go over to Melo. Melo gets his mid-range to go. So if the Jazz can find anything, if they have anything they need to work on that they don't feel like they can do in scrims, now's the chance for it. Is 60% three-pointer, no good at the end of the quarter. The Jazz now finding themselves down 25 after a good start to the third. They started that third 13-8. Warriors call a timeout, come back firing, and end up winning the quarter by 3. So the Jazz, that this is the chance for live game reps. In sports, they talk about there's no substitute for real reps, in-game reps. Well, this is your chance. Scrims, if you feel like teams don't take them serious or anything, maybe you have a chance here to try to find something offensively as they come in with under 40 points going into this fourth quarter. I would say league average total estimation would be maybe mid 60s for points. Warriors already at 64 going into the fourth. They're going to finish this game with 80 plus points easily. Almost a 30-point second quarter. So their offense has basically done no wrong. 10 for 19 from three, 27 for 40 from the field, and only 4 turnovers. So a great game here for the Warriors. Jazz, not so much. It has been the pick and roll from the backcourt. They just have not found ways to get open and force movement from the Warriors. They've turned it over a handful of times, and then on top of that, they've missed countless open threes. Missing open threes is that, and live ball turnovers are probably the two worst ways to try to come back in a game because the other team gets out and running on all those, and very few teams do it better in transition than the Warriors. So not only in this game, which is likely over for the Jazz, but moving forward, they have to make sure they can knock down these open looks when they get them. That would not only help out the offense in terms of points, but help out their defense and not giving up so many transition opportunities. It's over to Melo, left wing, three-pointer, good. They cut into the lead a bit. Might be playing just for point differential at this point. We'll see how much the Warriors try to pile on as Kenny gets the stand dunk to go there. And given that the Warriors will be moving to 4-0 after this game if it stays like this, as Fiend gets a 3 over the top, that one's good. And the Jazz will be moving to 1-3. Point differential might not matter for either one of these teams. The biggest thing will be if the Jazz can get some luck going their way, win out in the next two, that would get them to 3-3 in group play, and point differential could matter. Depends how the rest of the group shapes out for the Warriors at 4-0. Even if it all falls apart and they lose their next two at 4-2, they have almost guaranteed themselves a spot in bracket play. And that time it's Fiend trying to go to the rim. Not sure if that was a stick dunk or a scoop. It's not going to matter though, as it's ripped away, and it's Kenny going the other way. Make that 70 with 5 minutes still to go in the game for the Warriors. Now it's Rhea getting pressed by Mama, and a reach-in foul comes in there. And this is when you see some of that front-run defense come out. Everybody playing lanes, everybody blitzing. So much movement defensively. It's undisciplined defense. It's reckless defense, chaotic. And that's what we're going to see a lot of here as Rhea steps into the midi. No good early on that one. Mama in transition, getting to the rim. Gets it out to Kenny. Kenny in the corner. Does he throw it to Nay? He does. Nay again. Dunk is good. Fiend continually refreshing his game. Not sure if he felt like there was some latency in this one. This is one of the few games that Utah gets to play on West. It's Rhea with a great pass into the corner for Kaze. Kaze steady as ever. 3 is good. Both teams going back and forth now. Looking a little bit like the All-Star game. Not too much defense being played. CB steps back, and that's going to be a foul on Kaze. He tries to jump back into the play. That could have been a right stick up contest. It's hard to say, but usually when you're leaning back like that off the step back, it's hard to get that right stick animation to get back into the play. So I feel like it was a jump more than likely. It's going to send CB13 to the line for 3 free throws. He knocks down this one. As he does, the lead goes to 75, or excuse me, the Warriors total goes to 75. Goodness, a 75-point lead would be rough as the ref's getting in the way there. Left corner 3, no good for Kaze. It's Rhea down low. They're going to foul. But what was up with the ref doing some full court defense? Getting in the way. I don't know if maybe he bet on this game or something. It's Fiend on the left wing. Screen from Rhea. Behind the back twice. Now down to Rhea. He's going to run out into the mid-range. Does he shoot it? He does. No good again. Slightly late on that one. It's CB. Pull up 3 with takeover. Good again. He has 28 and 9 and counting at this point. Fiend with Kenny all over him. He does have that defense takeover. Miami was open in the corner, but Fiend was open himself. That 3's up and good. So maybe Jazz finding something offensively, or maybe the Warriors have kind of eased up in this one. But let's hope it's the latter there, and the Jazz are finding something in this game to build on going into games 5 and 6. And those games will be tomorrow and Friday. Their next game will be against T-Wolves Gaming, who they lost to in a close one for their third game. So T-Wolves Gaming tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys tune back in. Hopefully we'll get a more competitive matchup than this one. It was just not the Jazz's night tonight. Fiend working left, trying to throw to Melo. Now to Kaze. Kaze trying to get it back up to Rhea, I believe. It was picked off and it's C's in transition. C's running it out. It gets poked away by Melo. You have to wonder if C's was maybe trying to get in on the action in transition, work on his dribble moves a little bit in a game that's all but over. Now to CB up top. It's Kaze on him. Now to Kenny in the corner. Kenny right corner, mid-range, 10% good. And remember, he was on arguably the best shooting team in 2K League history. That Raptors gaming team that swept all of the rake season tournaments. Won who knows how much money as another 3's good for the Warriors. And this was a team that played a similar style. They played a lot of defense, forced turnovers, forced bad shots, and then shot 3's in transition at a rate like we've never seen. Fiend had the crab there, but was too far out. Now down to Rhea. Now to Kaze in the corner. Kaze left corner 3, good. So the scoring's picking up here in the last quarter as both teams are playing a bit reckless defensively. CB down to Mama as he gets a dunk to go. 89-54. It's very much in the picture for the Warriors to get to 100 in this game. Big screen there from the big man Rhea. Fiend with the 3. No good again, and his shooting has continued to not be there through the first 4 games of the season as Mama's 3 is no good. It's tough for a guard with his play style who relies on hitting 50-50 shots, forcing defenses to come out, and he extends the defenses with his range as a 3-point threat. For somebody to have that play style as Rhea comes in with the big steal, Jazz running the other way, Kaze fading 3, no good. Rhea fighting, tipping it away, and it's going to stay with the Warriors. For somebody with a 3 hunting play style, if you're not able to hit the open ones, you're not going to get the takeover you need to hit the contested ones. So, uber difficult for him. He needs to get those open 3's going here as the Jazz 5 season carries on as that 3's good. So right on time, he gets one to go. But maybe just a hair too late in this one for the Jazz to mount a comeback. Almost a blitz there, and that's going to be a steal for Miami. He throws it back to Fiend. Fiend throws it up to Melo as he finishes that one off. So as I was saying, 100's not out of the picture. The Warriors have slowed down. They can't buy a bucket right now. It's going to be a bit difficult for them to get there at this point. CB into the mid. He had it, but down to Ney instead. Ney gets fouled by Miami, so nothing easy here late in this one. 42 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and a massive victory for the Warriors. Kaze goes for the steal and can't get it. Kina, mid-range, no good, open. Ney down low, and he misses. I think that's his first miss of the game, so he ruins the perfect game. Trying to pile on here late in the fourth. Kaze to Rhea. That's going to be another foul. That is the Warriors' first foul under 2 minutes. So another inbound coming in here for Utah. Fiend working right, pop to Rhea. Rhea with sharpshooting takeover, no good. So after he started 2 for 2 on pops, hit a midi, hit a 3. I don't think he's made one since then. Fiend with the difficult shot, 9 seconds to go in the game. 5 seconds to go, and we're seeing a big lob coming in there for the Warriors. Will Fiend dribble it out? He's going to throw it up to Rhea. Rhea, difficult shot in the corner, and we're not quite out of this one. 91-61 game, but Rhea will be going to the line. You know, so if something happens with point differential, look back on this game, and it's going to be these 2 free throws coming in for Maria. Who knows if that will matter? The bracket play math is sometimes difficult to do and difficult to predict, but those 2 free throws are good. Warriors throw it up court to CB, and they're going to call a timeout. Some could say point differential. Others will say disrespectful. So now we will sit through a timeout, and we'll see what the Warriors will draw up. We've seen situations like this in the NBA. And some coaches will say that, you know, you don't get opportunities to try to drop inbounds plays in scrims and stuff at the same level with the same latency. But in a game like this, maybe just let the fans go home. An ugly game here for Utah. As I was saying, they will be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern, to face off against T-Wolves Gaming. (91-63) ball game. We saw a huge uptick in scoring in this fourth quarter. Although the Warriors, unless they score here, will not even match their game high in a quarter. That just speaks to how good that second quarter was for them, 28-9, and that's when they really put the nail in the coffin as Mama tries to get a corner 3 to go, heavily contested and a flick up, so no good. But a huge win here for the Warriors. Ugly loss for the Jazz. Thank you guys for tuning back in. Just in case anyone missed it, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern time against T-Wolves Gaming. The Jazz will be back and look to avenge their earlier loss to the T-Wolves. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's at Utah Jazz Gaming on Twitter, at NBA 2K League for all the action across the league. And I will see you guys, hopefully, back tomorrow night as the Jazz look to take down T-Wolves Gaming. Thank you guys again.